The ACT will conduct a general election for the Legislative Assembly on the 19th of October 2024. Postal voting commences on the 30th of September, and early voting, also known as pre-polling, commences on the 8th of October 2024. Voting is compulsory, but more than that, it is a privilege that we should take seriously. It is both a right and a responsibility. It is an important avenue every 4 years for you to have a say in shaping the territory. It is also your opportunity to vote for who you believe will best represent your voice in the Parliament. The ACT has 5 electoral divisions: Brindabella, Ginninderra, Kurrajong, Murrumbidgee and Yerribi. For each division, 5 members will be elected to serve a term of office of up to 4 years. This means that there are 25 members that will form the Legislative Assembly. To form government in the ACT, a party or coalition of parties must win over 50%, so 13 out of the 25 seats in the Legislative Assembly. The party who achieves a majority wins government, and their leader becomes the Chief Minister. Interestingly, in the ACT, of the 10 assemblies since self-government, only one, the 6th Assembly, had a government where a single party, the ALP, was able to achieve a majority in its own right. Governments from the other 9 assemblies have required the support of the crossbench to achieve a majority, meaning that the Greens Party has often held influence through the balance of power. When the territory goes to the polls, every vote counts, so please consider carefully who you will vote for. Think about the people on the ballot paper and not just the parties. Find out who your candidates are and what they stand for in order to choose who will represent you best. Members are elected in the ACT through a system of proportional representation known as the Hare-Clark voting system. The Hare-Clark system uses a single transferable vote method in which every voter has one vote that is transferred from one candidate to another according to preferences. Voters mark preferences for candidates in the order of their choice by using numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Because there are 5 members to be elected for each division, voters are instructed to show a minimum of 5 preferences. However, we encourage you to mark as many preferences as possible to maximise the value of your vote. When you fill out your ballot paper, mark the candidates in order of your preference. Write 1 next to your most preferred candidate, 2 next to your second most preferred candidate, and 3, 4, 5, and so on. Do not use the numeral 1 multiple times or ticks and crosses, as this will render your vote invalid. Your preferences are important because your vote will be transferred from candidate to candidate at either a full or transactional value through the counting process according to the preferences shown on your ballot paper. To be elected in the ACT, a candidate needs to receive a quota of votes. The quota is one more than 1/6 of the formal vote. When the voting closes, counting begins with the number of first preferences or number 1 votes being counted. All candidates that receive a quota following the counting of first preferences are declared elected after the first count. When the second count begins, all votes received by an elected candidate in excess of a quota, called surplus votes, are distributed to the remaining candidates according to the preferences marked on the ballot paper. Note that if no candidate receives a quota at the first count or subsequent redistributions, then the candidate with the fewest votes is excluded and their votes are distributed to the other candidates in full according to their preferences. This is not the same as when a surplus vote is distributed from an elected candidate. These surplus votes are transferred at a reduced value called a fractional transfer value. In the ACT, the counting process continues until all 5 vacancies in each division are filled. If the last position is not able to be filled with a candidate who reaches a quota, then the one with the highest number of votes is declared elected. To assist you in this election, we've created a website to help you learn more about your local candidate. Please go to www.actvotes.org.au to find your territory electorate and read more about your current MPs and the candidates who are running to represent you. We cannot tell you how to vote, but we want you to be well equipped to vote well on election day. Please also share this website widely with your family, friends, and church community. We encourage you to vote for people, not parties. Consider who is the best person to represent you and your values. Above all, when you go to vote, do so prayerfully and carefully to make your vote count. For more information, please use the link on our website to the ACT Electoral Commission.